Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and this is part of my series called Crystal Recommendations for Fictional Characters, and this is the tarot version. So this is part 3. If you haven't watched part 1 and 2, go watch those. Those two cover the major arcana. This time we are going over the wands. Now, so the next 4 episodes will be about court cards. I decided to split up into 4 episodes because doing 8 characters in one video just seemed like a lot. So I'm excited about doing the court cards now because this is the reason I started doing the tarot version. I was watching one of Lisa Papez's videos, and she was talking about the personalities of the court cards. And I thought, yeah, duh, let's do that. Doing this, it has helped me so much understanding the meanings more of the cards. And several of you have even commented the same thing, that doing this has helped you understand the meanings more. I read tarot cards quite a bit, mostly for myself, maybe for my husband once in a while, but I am very much a novice, and anything that can help me is great. I am using Lisa Papez's book, Unlocking the Tarot, to base my recommendations on. I will put a link to her channel in the description. You can go to her channel and get all the information of where you can buy her book. She's got decks, all sorts of stuff. Remember, this is crystals that I would recommend to help these characters. They're not representing them in any way. They're just if this was a real life person, what I would recommend to that person to help them through whatever they're going through, their job, their emotions, whatever, stuff like that. Now, Lisa on the court cards does something a little bit different than the keywords that we were doing in the major arcana. So in the court cards, she does a sliding scale. I'm not going to explain it too much. You need to read Lisa's book for that. It's totally worth it. It helps a lot. Let me get my notes over here. They're a little damp, so I'm trying not to have them too close. So let's start with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands on Lisa's sliding scale goes from enthusiastic to fanatical. Now, this is so awesome. In Lisa's book, she also gives a character that she would kind of associate with that person, which it just made it even better. So for the Page of Wands, Lisa's character is Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables book series. Now, it's been a really long time since I read any of that series, so I kind of know where she's coming from, and I like it. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've read that. So the Page of Wands strengths, and I'm going to focus on the strengths and struggles that she lists in the book, and that's how I'm going to kind of base my recommendations on. You know what, first let's move these. Let's back them up here a little bit. That way we're focused on the crystals for that one. Okay, so the strengths for the Page of Wands is being creative and bringing excitement and enthusiasm to anything they get involved with. Think outside the box and love to explore new ways of doing things. The struggles for the Page of Wands are not always great at getting down to nitty-gritty work of seeing things through to the end, and they can be easily distracted, struggle with patience, and crave attention. So for the Page of Wands, we're going to focus on some creativity, some focus, patience, and some grounding. And we'll start with carnelian. So for carnelian is good for creativity, grounding, concentration, and motivation. Hopefully that'll help get stuff done. Next is red tiger's eye. It helps with concentration. It helps concentrate on things that matter. It strengthens willpower to stay committed to your projects. I thought that was a really good one for him. Next is sodalite. Sodalite helps remove creative blocks. It's calming, helps with willpower, helps with focus, and brings people together for a common purpose. It's really similar to lapis lazuli, and you can usually tell if you look. Sodalite doesn't have the sparkly pyrite. It's just sodalite. Just the blue and the grays and stuff. Alright. Next, I think I didn't plan on it, but I think I did 4 for each one. White halite. White halite helps with focus. It heightens patience. It helps you reach end goal and stay the course in whatever you undertake. And it is calming. So, for the Page of Wands, we've got carnelian, red tiger's eye, sodalite, and white halite. Move him off to the side. Next is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands on Lisa's sliding scale is adventurous to reckless. And Lisa's character is perfect. Indiana Jones, which is perfect. And anyway, it's perfect. So the strengths of the Knight are action-oriented, self-confident, love to achieve, love the thrill of the chase, love to win more, it's good at follow-through, and can be spontaneous and exciting to be around. The struggles, reckless, which could make them unreliable, love to charge into adventure, but don't always think about it. Think about if they or someone else could get hurt in the process. They may take unnecessary risks, moods can change rapidly, and can be quick to anger. Doesn't that describe Indiana Jones perfectly? Yeah. We're going to focus on lots of protection, mood stabilizing, and once again, some grounding. So first, obsidian. I feel like it is a more intense protector, and I feel like he needs that. It's also good for grounding. Next, malachite, which is more protection. It helps balance out your highs and lows, helps return to an even plane of positivity and optimism, clear absorbed energy, protection from accidents, and physical danger. I thought if I can only choose one crystal, this would be his. It kind of hit most of what he needs help with. Next is, whoops, knocked my notes off. Sulfur quartz. Now, remember, this is sulfur quartz, so it's sulfur mixed in with quartz, and then it's also sealed. So mine is perfectly fine to handle, and it doesn't stink. So sulfur quartz is good for anger management issues and negative outbursts. I felt like that would be handy for him. And amber. No, that's not amber. And amber. dog hair on it. That dog hair wants to stay on there. How pretty it is. I love this piece of amber. It's starting to get scratched up though, which is a bummer. Anyway, amber is also good for protection, especially on long journeys. It's good luck, helps balance emotions and dissolve negativity, and helps you develop patience. So, for Knight of Wands, we've got amber, sulfur quartz, malachite, and obsidian. Next is Queen of Wands. This is the wet paper. It fell on the floor. My dog had just drank, so let's see if I can read it. So the Queen of Wands on Lisa's sliding scale is confident to arrogant. And Lisa's character, I'm sure I'm going to butcher the name because I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, is Daenerys Targaryen. Sorry, I know that was horrible, but I've never watched any of it. Anyway, so the strengths are self-assured, excellent leader, fiercely protective, love to be in the spotlight, excellent at public speaking and advocating for others. Struggles are giving up control or delegating responsibilities, admitting they might be wrong, arrogance, sharing the spotlight. And what we're going to focus on is all that struggle stuff. There's a lot going on. Hopefully we can help her out. So first we're going to start with Amethyst. Amethyst is calming. It helps tame emotions, helps with peace, helps break negative patterns and pursue positive alternatives. It helps with stress relief, replacing negative energy with positive. It's just a very calm. I talk about amethyst a lot. I could do a whole channel just talking about amethyst. It'd be really boring, but I could do it. Alright, next is Appetite. Oops. Appetite helps with public speaking and enhanced group communication. I thought that would help with the delegating part. Promote openness and social ease. Same thing with the delegating part. Helps clear confusion and frustration. So that's Appetite. Next, Agate. For some grounding. Brings a sense of peace and support when feel scattered or overwhelmed. Helps stress. Helps improve analytical abilities. Reduce anger and bitterness. And it is also calming and soothing. I love agate for grounding. Alright, and then lapis lazuli. Let's see, I don't know if you can see on the camera the sparkles. I can see it. There's a bunch right there from the pyrite. Lapis lazuli helps with truth and knowledge, inner peace, which I thought that would help with admitting when they're wrong. Helps with clear communication, strengthen relationships, and help express themselves. So, for the Queen of Wands, we've got lapis lazuli, we've got amethyst, agate, and appetite. Alright, our last one. The King of Wands. So on Lisa's sliding scale, the King of Wands is charismatic to manipulative. Lisa's character, this is another good one, that she chose is Xena, Warrior Princess. Yes. It makes me laugh. It's perfect. The King of Wands' strengths are able to problem solve, loves to lead and inspire others to lead, isn't threatened when others succeed, and is a charismatic speaker. So the struggles of the King of Wands can be manipulative, used to getting their way, can push themselves or others too far, and be poor sport. Can become domineering and overly demanding instead of inspiring. So for the King of Wands, we're going to focus on chilling out, just chilling out, and communication. So let's start with fluorite. Now, fluorite is the crystal I'm currently working with right now. This is June, right? Yes, June. So fluorite helps guide you from anxiety to tranquility, and neutralizes negativity around you, keep mind and spirit solid even around toxic people. Now, this is quoted because this is exactly how I have it written down on my little note card thing. It says, manipulators will find it difficult to control you. So I thought that was good. It's calming, de-stressing, helps focus, and has a very stabilizing energy. It's so pretty. Alright, next we've got Tiger's Eye. This is that amazing piece that I got. They sent me for free from Bliss Crystals. I love it. It is so pretty. Tiger's Eye helps you focus the mind and bring clarity, which I thought would help with delegating some stuff. Tiger's Eye is good for focusing the mind and bring clarity. It's good for protection, inspiration, and perspective. I thought that'd be a good one for the King. Next is Blue Lace Agate. Here's where we come in with the chill out. It's good for calm confidence, not overwhelming, but steady and constant. Which, yes, I think the King of Wands needs that. It also helps strengthen communication skills, helps speak clearly and with confidence, helps with relaxation, calming, and inner peace. And then next is Peacock Ore. It is so pretty. Peacock Ore helps change habits and make new change in life easier, blocks negative energy, help remove self-imposed obstacles, helps deal with fear or failure, stimulate new ideas, helps with flexibility and innovation. So for the King of Wands, we've got Peacock Ore, Tiger's Eye, I need a bigger hand, Blue Lace Agate, and fluorite. Got them all in there. Alright, let me do a little bit of rearranging here. Alright, so there we have our wand suit. Now remember, these are the crystals I recommend for these court cards, not what represents them. I think that would be something completely different. But I thought these would be good to help them. So our next suit is Cups. So that one, I don't know if it'll be next month. Just depends on scheduling. And these are a lot of work too, to come up with, because I tried to come up with several, and this one, it was 4 each, which was, it's a good amount, but this time I didn't say how many I wanted per card. I just, whatever felt right, and it actually turned out to be 4 each. But this is so much fun. I love this so much, and I want to thank Lisa again for giving her okay to do this by using her book. And if you don't have her book or know about her book, you have to go check it out. I only have the ebook version right now. I need the paper version because there's so much highlighting and that I need to do in that book, and it would be so much easier if I had it. But the electronic version is fine for now. So Let me know if there's any that you would change, add, take off, what you think, or if you have any questions. So that's it for this one. I'll see you next time.